Hey guys, Marty from AFTV. I am here with Lee, the judges after. Thank you. I worked on that one.
Thank you.
After Arsenal drawing 2-2 with Liverpool at Anfield. Now, the question to be asked is the judge going to bring the gavel down today?
Well, listen, I'm actually not too. I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't go on and win the game. If I'll be honest, I felt like we started off really, really well. Saka should score, and then I felt that we was really good in the first 15, and then the same thing happens again. But if I've got a big criticism today, and it is the way we defended in that first half. It was shambolic. It was schoolboy errors. You actually get to see a little bit more on the screen on the TV. You wouldn't. I don't think I'll be so angry if I was in the ground, because you don't see what I've seen now. But the defending for the first goal, Saliba and Ben White have got to look at that. And I even think with the second goal, running off of us, and then I think Saliba probably should get goal side of Diaz for the second. Listen, I think that if I be really blunt about it, we could have gone really pear-shaped in the second half. I think they showed something, the players and the manager, in the second half, to come out 2-0. Great goal by Martinelli, and then get the second by Marino, 2-2, and then it's the most stupidest sending off again. We do make some stupid errors, Marty, we really do. And then, you just think, all right, we'll take the point. But if I'm being blatantly honest about it, I'm a little bit disappointed we've drawn the game.
I mean, we could have nicked it at the end. I mean, that Odegaard chance at the end when he just drags it wide, we're down to 10 men, and you just think this could be his moment. Please just see this ball bulge in the back of the net, and then we're free. We go on and win 3-2. And Anfield, which would be fantastic.
It didn't happen, but it would have been nice if it had happened. But because his performance deserved it today, I thought that was probably his best performance for a very, very long while. Now people are going to come in and go, "Oh well," because there wasn't the same pressure on it as it would be if it was going for forever and blah 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 blah. But I was encouraged with his performance today. I thought there was some good play from him. We worked really, really, really hard, worked the ball. And if that would have gone in, I think it would have been more than he deserved. But yeah, so I'm pleased with his performance. I think that, he needed that. Listen, I think that, when you say about that, for me, I'm thinking, well, if we had 11 players on the pitch, we could have gone on and been a little bit better. A stupid sending off. I've got to say again, people will criticise me for it. Raya, puts Marino under the pump. Yes, it's not a great touch from Marino. Yes, it wasn't a great touch from Declan Rice in Paris on Wednesday. But do you need to put them under the pressure? The risk for reward, I don't think, is enough, especially when you're back into the game 2-2. And then, of course, Marino, it's desperation trying to make up for his mistake. And listen, I think we can argue about a few sending-offs this season and so, but that one there, I think, there's no argument. It's a definite sending-off.
No, it's pretty clear-cut. And I want to go back to the first two goals. We conceded 2 goals within the space of, I think, 87 seconds in the first half. Now, this has been a bit of a reoccurring theme at times throughout the season, this potential capitulation. Going into the second half, we're 2-0 down and our heads are down. It looks like it could have gone on to be 5. But when we pulled it back, what does that tell you about this Arsenal team?
Well, that's a great point. I think that, listen, I think that at the end of the day, Liverpool can do that to a lot of teams. What they do, they can, get 1 and get 2. I've seen it happen quite a few times this season. But we give them a lot of help. I'm not criticising Liverpool. That's how it is. What that showed me today is that there's a lot of character in the team. And people will laugh at me when you say that, we're all in here and we're thinking it could be 3-4-0, it's done, the game's done. I thought we showed that encourages me a lot more, because you've got the disappointment of Paris, you've got a couple of your big players out, and I mean that sincerely, our spine at this moment in time was taken out. You've got no Gabriel, no Rice, no centre forward at this moment. Probably put Havertz into that as a centre forward. So it was tough. To come back and respond against a very, very good Liverpool team was you have to say to the players and the manager, fantastic. And I tell you what, those fans deserve that went up there today, because that would have been a hard hard exercise for us Arsenal fans, that the guard of honour, that everything before the game gets to go out there. The fans can walk out of there today proud but disappointed.
Yeah.
And that, so I think at the end of the day, that was a good second half performance, Mike. I have to say that, like, you know, I don't want to criticise too much, but from the defensive point of view, there have been realistically have been let down by the forwards, if I'll be honest, and the goal scoring forwards in the past. Today, they let us down.
I mean, you say very good Liverpool side. I mean, this is side, they're champions. They're a fantastic side, and they can absolutely decimate a team at a moment's notice. I think the real question that I want to ask you, because this is sort of the in-game stuff. When Arne Slot brings on Trent Alexander, I think it was around the 72nd minute, he gets booed by the Liverpool fans. How do you see that situation, and what's your understanding of it? And do you think it's right or wrong? Do you understand? Are you either in the middle? I want to know your thoughts.
Listen, I think it was a mistake by the manager. He hasn't made that many mistakes this season, if I'll be honest, but I think that was a mistake. I think that, it was 2-1 at the time. He's the one that gives makes Mourinho onside. I know you can't really blame him for that, but I just think that was Anfield is as you know is a tough place to go, and it's a great atmosphere. I think at the end of the day, it just players getting booed, and it just took them off their mark a little bit. Listen, we're in a position where we can't let we've got to win something because players are going to leave. This is a player that's won everything and then says, "Oh, I've won everything here and I want to have a new challenge." I don't understand it. If I was an Arsenal fan and I'm playing for Arsenal, that's it. And I'm winning trophies, I ain't going anywhere. I don't care who's knocking. You know what I mean? I understand it if you're not playing or you're not winning trophies. They're different conversations. But when you're winning trophies, why would I want to leave Arsenal? But listen, he wants to leave there. That's his choice. Do I think fans and Liverpool fans should get on his back and all that? That's up to them. You know what I mean? They pay their money. They've got their opinion. I don't think there's no right and wrong in it. He's leaving. He's decided to leave. And when a player decides to leave, I don't care whether it be Thierry Henry, whether it be whoever for Arsenal, Van Persie, Patrick Vieira, your ego as a fan takes a dent. And I think that's what's happened there as well.
Okay, and while we're talking about this off the field stuff, I want to like casually go into the Zubimendi stuff, and I want to go into as well. Once you've spoken about that, the potential signings that we could get in and moving forward, and how quickly, essentially, we could get that stuff done. And what do you want to see in an ideal world?
Listen, like the Zubimendi one at this moment in time, I've said it before. I'm not going to get too excited about it because I want a centre forward. The chances are, in 6 months' time, he might be up front. I don't know. That's how I see it. It's happened to a couple of our players from midfield, but I won't get excited until a centre forward. Now I don't know who that's going to be, but I want to see that centre forward come in, because I don't care at what level you play at, Marty. Whether it be youth football, Sunday football, professional football. If you've not got a centre forward, you are going to suffer. And we did, and we suffered today. Listen, Trossard, I thought, was brilliant for us today. Really worked hard and done everything there. Has a chance today, and him and Partey, is it me, you, me? No, it's you. We can't have that, you've got to have that killer. And listen, for all the faults of us today and everything and all faults over the last few games, we're still a bloody good team, but we have to have that killer instinct, We could have been 2-0 up within 10 minutes of that game. And games are done when that happens. How many times we go when we was winning leagues and all that, within 20 minutes we was 2-3-0 up and the game was over. So until that's addressed, I won't be excited. Yes, it's great that we got someone like that coming in. It'd be great if we get some other people or whatever. But until they make that, and it looks like they are going down that route of getting the centre forward, and if they don't, I think they've got to get it early as well, because we need a summer where, as fans, it's going to be a disappointing. We know what we've got coming up with the Man United Spurs game. You know what I mean? Unbelievable that when you look where they are in the league, that's a final. But listen, they've got both of them teams have got there on merit, So listen, we need a big summer. and it's got to be with a centre forward at the end of it.
Yeah, well, look, thank you very much, Lee.
worries,
it's been an
thank you very
absolute pleasure
Yeah, I've
watching
really
the game
enjoyed
for you.
it, like, yeah, I've
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed it, like.
And if you want to see more of the judge, then please catch him on the Forever Arsenal podcast and also the Invincibles. Yeah, there you go. And
plug that again.
Yeah,
the Invincibles.
The Invincible podcast. Please let us know what you think, whether you agree with Lee in the comments. Please like. Marty, AFTV, signing out.